Beware of the guilty conscience, because you have no idea where it might lead you. My name is Jan Jackson. I write stories about people and publish them on countrytraveleronline.com. The story I want to tell you today is about a little boy and his guilty conscience. It was Memorial Day, 1948. 11-year-old Gary Geerhart and his buddy were catfishing in the Columbia River Slough. That's just north of Portland, Oregon. They got tired of fishing. They caught all the fish they wanted to catch anyway. So they scrambled up the dirt bank of the levee and prepared to walk home on the railroad tracks. Now, as little boys want, they started throwing rocks at the insulators on the power poles. The insulators keep the wires apart. And as they were doing this for a while, the power poles started falling over on themselves. Well, the boys were terrified. They thought they had caused it, and they ran for their lives home to get away from this. And because they thought they had caused it, Gary ran straight to his father and confessed what he did and what had happened. Well, his dad explained to him they had not caused it. We now call this the Vanport Flood of 1948. 40,000 people were displaced. 15 people died. These two little boys, had they not been able to run fast, would have been among those who died. But to teach the boys a lesson, Gary's dad signed them up to volunteer for the American Red Cross. Their job was to serve hot and cold drinks to the flood workers. The last time I talked to Gary Geerhart, it had been 70 years. And Gary is still volunteering for the American Red Cross. He's been an executive director. He's taught first aid classes. He's been a volunteer fireman. He's worked on tsunamis and earthquakes and hurricanes. He's trained people what to do in disasters, whatever disaster they may find themselves in. The moral of the story is, be careful what gives you a guilty conscience. May not turn out as well as it did for Gary Geerhart and the American Red Cross. Now, I also want you to be sure and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't want you to miss one single thing. See you next time with another favorite story from the countrytraveleronline.com.